Hey guys, it's Iz, and welcome back to a Genshin Impact video, and not really a lore one. See, there's a little bit of something that I wanted to talk about, a something. This one is going to be a not scripted video. If you guys didn't know, I write scripts for my videos, so it sounds more smooth when I talk, but I didn't want to write a script for this one. This is a topic that I kind of want to really get into. So let's talk about the 2.1 update of Genshin Impact as well as sort of the anniversary drama that's happening in the community. So the big issue for me here is that it's a little bit of a push and pull when it comes to the content that MiHoYo releases for Genshin Impact. This one is I'm not going to be as cheery as I normally am when I'm talking about this. It's a little bit of a serious topic to talk about because anniversaries only come once in a year. That's exactly why it's called an anniversary. For me, if you have a player base that dedicates a year of their life playing your game, talking about your game almost every day for that year, the anniversary rewards that they give it feels close to a slap in the face, and I can see that. The issue with Genshin Impact is that even if it is categorized as a gacha game, it's not like any other gacha game. With most gacha games, the big issue with them is that you have to pull for really strong characters in order to actually make it through the game, make it in the game. But with Genshin Impact, that's not the case. It's a lot easier to go through it. It's a lot easier to go through the game. You don't even have to roll for any character. You can actually beat the game completely with the base characters. You can go through the story completely with the base characters. Sure, it's going to be harder, but it's not like it's a competitive game. At the end of the day, Genshin Impact is a casual game. But even so, even if that's the case, anniversary rewards are supposed to be a celebration. In my opinion, it's supposed to be a celebration between the company as well as its player base. They're supposed to be celebrating together this wonderful occasion of when they release the date and the player base that has loved the game so much. Okay, so for anniversary rewards, let's take a look at Honkai Impact 3 or Honkai Impact 3rd, however you want to see it. For the anniversary rewards, as far as I remember, is around 3,000 crystals, which gives you about 2 pulls in Honkai Impact 3. With the 2 pulls, you'll be able to get 2 A-rank Valkyries, or if you're lucky or unlucky enough, depending on how you see it, you could get an S-rank or the same A-rank Valkyries, so you'll get level up materials for it. So the way it works in Honkai Impact is that A-ranks are actually similar to 4 stars in Genshin, except A-rank Valkyries, so long as you have enough of their same, I forgot what the material is called, but you can upgrade them into triple S Valkyries, and that's just how the game works, and that's how it's always worked. Now, the big thing about the anniversary of Honkai Impact, is that they released for the first time, I believe it was during the first anniversary, that they released skins to be a thing. And they released a bunch of skins for all of the Valkyries that were available during that time. And then they released a new Valkyrie Pledge, that was really huge and honestly meta-changing at the time because her support capabilities were just insane. But that's Honkai Impact 3. We're talking about Genshin. This is like, Honkai was released like 2016, so that's how many years ago? Probably around 5 years. So 4 years ago, we finally got skins in Honkai Impact, and that's sort of how things were built up, and every year after that, anniversary rewards just got bigger and bigger. But the issue here is that Honkai Impact 3 wasn't like super big on the first year. I mean, not as big as Genshin is on the first year. And I've never seen MiHoYo being like very stingy in anniversary rewards until now. In Honkai Impact, for the longest time, every year it got better and better. I mean, the first year anniversary rewards were great because it was starting off. They were starting off with this new game for MiHoYo, for their company, and it was a good time to have this kinds of rewards, because at the end of the day they gave us a new system for the anniversary, which was skins for the Valkyries. And it's a very big difference. You can even see we get 20 pulls in Honkai Impact, but in Genshin, what do we get? 10 free pulls. It's a little bit concerning. And this is the part that bothers me the most. It's because I've been playing Honkai for maybe, I'm not a day one player, but I probably started around 3 months into the game. And I was playing on and off for about 4 years, and then that's when I decided to stop. But throughout those times, the events that MiHoYo made for the game, it was really good. The events were good, the rewards were good, it was rewarding to play. When they first announced the open world for Honkai, where it happened to be a test run for Genshin, it was like a test run to see if mobile phones can run an open world, and then they'll figure it out using that. And that's when they finally announced Genshin about 2 years ago. And I've been excited about it ever since. I was like ready to drop Honkai and then just jump straight into this game. Because as far as I know, MiHoYo treats their content creators well. MiHoYo treats their player base well. That was my experience in Honkai. So it frustrates me a lot more when this is the case that we have in Genshin, where Amber and Chi-Chi have been in the same state for so long. All they have to do is like fix some of their cooldowns, maybe adjust some of their damage. Like the Baron Bunny of Amber, that should be a straight up part of her kit. It shouldn't be something that's locked behind a constellation. That's my opinion anyways, because I mean that's me as an Amber main that just has one constellation for Amber. It's sad I never get to pull her or get her through the shop. But anyways, that's going on a bit of a tangent. Look, I understand that not every character has to deal like a billion damage, and every single character has their own playstyle, and people are allowed to build them the way they see fit. But when a character feels so bad that not a lot of people like playing it at all, it becomes really, really rough. It's so clunky. Like when you play Chi-Chi, she doesn't have enough time with her E in order to charge her ult, which costs so much, by the way. Her ult costs way too much energy, has too long of a cooldown, as well as her E having too long of a cooldown. They need to reduce the cooldown of Chi-Chi in order for her to be like consistent and not clunky is the word that I was looking for. And when it comes to the 2.1 update with the Archon quest, there were some parts that were just skimmed over and it didn't sit right with me. Don't get me wrong, I do love the Archon quest. I love what they did with Raiden Shogun, the whole shebang. And I love that, especially that scene where Raiden just jumps out of a portal to slice you when you leave Tenshukaku. That was great. I loved all the cutscenes. I loved the story of the Archon quest. My issue is that after the Archon quest, when you talk with Yae, she skims over the Gnosis, and as if just trading the Gnosis away, as well as the idea of Scaramouche being the prototype puppet of Ai. Those things, I wish they showed. I wish they had it in a quest. I wish we saw it as a quest. Those parts are the parts that felt rushed, that felt easily skimmed over for no reason. Those were things that they could have milked into a quest. Things that they could have said that they were releasing more content about. But they didn't. They just, hey, here's 2 lines of dialogue. That part sucked. Because as much as the payout for speculation is there, it still sucks that it was rushed like that. Yoimiya, for example, is a playable character in the game. I really love her aesthetic. I love her personality and everything about it. It's just, her kit feels so clunky. Her ult has such a low range. It has such a short range, which doesn't make sense for a bow character. Her bow shots don't even hit because of the way bow characters are designed. It's hard for auto attacks to hit people. They like characters can just walk and then they will miss. And that's something that they will have to fix about the game when it comes to bow characters. That's why bow characters are rarely anything that people like to play, which is what makes Amber such a bad character in people's eyes. I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling at this point because I don't have a script which I normally write for my videos, but this one felt like I needed to speak my mind. Because as much as I love the community, I love this game, and honestly, MiHoYo has been a great company for Honkai Impact before, I really just expect a lot more from them. I expect them to be better. I expect them to know what to do from their mistakes that they've made in Honkai. I felt like this was just them reverting back to starting off again, as if this is a new game and they have no reputation as a company. And with the faith that I've placed in them for a long time with this game, the anniversary awards, especially the anniversary event, don't even get me started on that with the prices being lower, like a $300 price, yes, for people to cosplay. Yeah, where cosplays cost probably like $500, $600 in order to make or even have a good one. It becomes... I just expect so much more from them. I know MiHoYo can do better than this. I know they are better than this, but it sucks to see Genshin Impact, a game that I love and I have dedicated basically a YouTube channel to. I've dedicated a year of my life to studying its lore, reading every single detail that they put into the game, being handled this way. It sucks. I know for a lot of casual players, it's not going to mean as much. For a lot of people, it's going to mean, hey, it's 10 pulls, be happy that they're even giving us something. But with how much the community has grown, with how much the YouTube channels are pulling people in for MiHoYo, I expected a lot more for them to give back to the community. And for me, that's not something wrong to expect. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to video games, it's supposed to be a symbiotic relationship. Gamers and content creators bring money to the game developers, and game developers bring content to the players. And anniversary awards, those are supposed to be a celebration of that symbiotic relationship. That's how I see it. The anniversary event, it's just so sad. I just know they can do better. I just know that they can do better. And I guess that's it for this one. I don't want to ramble for too long. This might be a really long video of just me sort of ranting / talking about the anniversary drama and whatnot. I just expect better from MiHoYo, so. But anyways, I guess I'm still wasting away with this game anyways. So if you guys want, you can catch me on Twitch live right now. Probably going to be playing Genshin and farming a bit in Genshin. And once I finish my lesson for the day, I'll either switch games or turn off stream. So if you guys want to come and watch me, go and click the link that's in the pinned comment below. If you guys like the content, please subscribe and like for Genshin Impact videos, especially lore ones, since that's mainly what I cover. If you like the video, then like it. If you have different thoughts about the anniversary rewards and event, comment below what you think about it, or whether this is actually something to be worried about or something like that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you to my Patreon for always supporting me with these things. You can too by subscribing to my Patreon. That's it for me. Ad Astra, Abyssos.